think a big part of why identity is such a huge part of contemporary art right now is because we have technology, we have travel, we have all of these ways to make the world smaller, that then it forces you to figure out who you are. How am I different? How do I stand apart? Who am I? How do I identify?
I think there are 3 levels of identities that each person has. And the first is the public face that you show towards other people who you don't know, or acquaintances or colleagues. And the second level is like an identity that you share with at home. You know, close friends or family members or people you know. And the third level is the identity that you have only yourself. And maybe it's like your true you.
I think that her work is looking at this very sort of Western idea of consumerism.
I have been looking for people who collect specific objects. Why is it that they started collecting these objects and how long they have been doing this? What's so intriguing about these objects? And then how the objects have starting to become more like company.
One thing that's really interesting about entering into Yuka's space is that it has this mystery, like you're entering into this secret lair where these things exist.
What I was interested in is that the environment that each person had at home, because they really made kind of a cosmos of its own.
For her, it's more been about this experience, in my mind, of these people, of this serial experience of going around like, why are you, we're all obsessed with these things, why are you obsessed with it, why are you obsessed with it, For him, it feels more like, okay, if I could put myself in the place of this person who is obsessing, where could I go with that? What would that be like?
The interesting thing was that I met this lady who is collecting moon shelves. For her, these objects have spiritual character, and you have these steps, and these steps represent for her a transformation of a person, of personality, of subject. So I had this question of face, of identity, and she brought this question of transformation into the thing. And I realized that she's really a person who lives several lives and has a very open mind and accepts that subjectivity is not something fixed, like a monument, you're like that. She is a very open-minded person, and she was able to play in my video a person, play herself, and play a role at the same time.
It was very interesting to see these 2 different bodies of work and then these videos, and the way that I was experiencing it as I was looking at the videos, I was in the space and I saw one video which really shows this environment that this person is in, talking about these moon shelves. And then in the background, you could hear her talking about it, and then she's talking about it in this smaller sort of cave dwelling almost. So it's really sort of like primitive, and where these sort of options of identity are, all of these different images of people's faces and outward identity, inward identity are shown, and they're famous people and not famous people on this wall in this kind of cave-like space. Like there's a conceptual cohesion between the 2 of them, but the way that they express these things are both very different.
So this question of a face, what I asked at the beginning, Yuka answered in a way with her masks, and I answered in a different way, that I did this film and did these drawings, and in a way you could say that this Moonshelf City is a stage perhaps for the persons who are wearing the masks.
They all are different iterations of the same goal, like to reach this spiritual place or this cosmic place or this like identity understanding place.